You are looking live at Codey Arena outside the Turtleback Zoo in Caldwell. I forget what town we're in, but we're in New Jersey, where the New Jersey Angels are getting set to take on the Black Bear Selects. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo bringing you spring hockey action on Rizzo Vision. We're glad that you're joining us. The Angels, this is like more of an exhibition type game. There's not really anything on the line. Development of players. And for the Angels, they were in the Great Lakes Classic a weekend ago on the outskirts of Detroit. Finished in third place in that tournament, a semifinal loss in their first gathering together as a group, mostly of Devils 19U players from the past season, with a couple mixed in here and there, a couple of, one Colonial, a couple of Bandits, and a unit and some memories put together over the weekend. Team put together by Damian Smith, the manager. Phenomenal job getting us here, coached by BJ Arnone and Larry Citro assisting. Black Bear Selects are the Princeton Tiger Lillies 19U AA team. So as they've selected their club over about a month to less than a month's time, their group, at least in part, gets together and gets a chance to face off against some good competitions. Referees are here. One has exited for some reason or another, possibly looking for a pin for one of the nets. Could be that. So one referee so far on the ice, the other looking for something, not really sure what he's looking for, but he's going to search, and now the other referee will go join either in the search or close the door. We will try to figure it out. They have two goalies, but they don't have numbers, so now I can't tell you which goalie is which that would help. Like to know the goalies' names, but if not, then we'll try to figure it out. In any case, Molly Rose Smith will defend the net to your YouTube left, and the referee is in fact finding another pin. He located one, and he did put it underneath the goal to secure the goal. Basically, there are these metal pins with a point shape. They fit inside the hollow part at the bottom of the net, and they quickly freeze to the ice. And now he's going to the other side to secure that. Maybe he's only found two total here. Usually those things are put on the top of the net between cleanings, and they put them underneath and then sort of firmly kind of slam the net down, and the metal then freezes and it keeps the net in place, but not so much that if a player bumps into it, it won't knock the net off its mooring. So that's a safety issue. The referees are set. The Angels in blue and Black Bear Selects in black underway from Codey Arena. Charlotte's on up front at center with her twin sister Abby on the right wing and Luisa Rizzo on the left wing for the Angels. So nothing like kicking the tripod right off the start. So I'm shaking it up a little bit here. Angels will bring it up, trying to get through traffic. Kinzel up to Charlotte Zahn, looking for Abby, didn't quite get it through. I'll call them PTL or Black Bear at any given time, but they're the team in black. Or maybe even the Tiger Lillies at some point, even though Perhaps at this point they're not allowed to use the name for the competition at which they're playing. Citro defending as Black Bear moves it through. Center and feed between the points, trying to tee it up, getting it through traffic, redirected. That was Polly Jensen. Found a lane there, but it did get redirected before it got through to Rose Smith. Presley Arnone comes in, but she's offside as Carolyn Citro got either tripped up or stumbled at the blue line. Citro at center, Arnone on the near side wing, Annalise Claus. There's the Annalise in the picture, the only one in blue in the picture for the moment, on the left wing. Emma Nikolescu-Measle on lefty, brought it in there. And Elin Tulloch on the right side. So they'll play with 3D and 2 forward lines for this one. One player shorter than they had at the tournament. That basically means Rizzo goes from D to forward. But we could see that switched at any given point. Here comes Nikolescu-Measle, had one of the highlights of the Great Lakes Classic was a shift in which she seemed to have about 27 shots and then finally converted one. It was brilliant. Here's Tulloch, gets it in, it's kicked away. We'll try to figure out which goalie that is. Might be Ramadan. It might be Stevens. We'll see if we could figure that one out at some point. Black Bear will move it up to neutral ice, cross through the middle. This is Albrecht. Had it, still had it, tries to shoot it. Rose Smith redirected it with the paddle of the stick. Ulrich will pick it up, sends it up the wing. Rizzo knocked it away. Goes to former teammates on the New Jersey Rockets. Grace Ulrich in black, Luisa Rizzo in blue. Shot knocked down and deflected away. Trying to clear it was Nikolescu-Measle. Got it over to Rizzo off the backside of someone. Abizan had it, was hoping that Charlotte was streaking in, but Charlotte had broken off for a change. And it was done neatly as Caroline Citro was able to walk right into the play and make sure that the Angels retained possession, at least for a moment. Brought in by Russell, Paige Russell still with it, gets it knocked away by Tulloch as she tried to turn around the end line. Lost there, but plenty of time to recover was Abby Gallagher. Exchanges, cross ice they go. It comes off of a skate of Eswine and sent out. This will be an icing on the Angels. So 11:40, now 39 left in period 1. No score. New Jersey Angels and Black Bear selects. If this game was played a couple of months ago, it would have been possibly similar personnel, but with a couple of changes here and there, and it would have been Princeton Tiger Lillies against New Jersey Devils. But with the spring hockey, a little bit of a different look here. Angels put together as a spring team. Black Bear put together as a preview of the Princeton Tiger Lillies 19U AA team that will compete in the regular club season in the fall. Brought in, sent down low. Gallagher got it through traffic, was looking for a redirection, got one, but not by a teammate. Chipped off the boards on the far side. They have room, time, and space, but that's taken away by Presley Arnone. Sophia Kinzel with it, looking to move with the puck. Does gain a little bit of room here, still with it, and chooses to dump it as she gains the line of center. Stays in as she's just on, but allows her forward line to change. Rizzo will put the pressure on. Rizzo picks it off. She marches in, has a backhander, shot, save, loose in front still. They pound at it. Nobody's got it yet. Abizan gets it, but the shot's blocked away. Rizzo just marched in, picked it right off, or it was sort of fumbled there. She moved in, and the defender was able to quickly turn and recover. Forced Rizzo to the outside. Here's Abizan. She's going to break down in the slot. Weak backhander at the net. Couldn't get it all the way through. So the Zons and Rizzo put together. They probably played a few shifts together in Detroit when Rizzo moved up from defense to forward, maybe at the end of one or two of those games. Rizzo typically a forward, but played mostly defense for this crew. Bearing down all the way and shooting it over the net was Bright. He marched all the way in, got down low. Rose Smith had the bottom covered. Bright tried to go up top and just cleared the height of the crossbar. At the point, they send it in. Schefter was looking to get it down low. Didn't get it where she wanted, but there's a shot now from Bright. Rebound in front on the one-timer by Jessica Lee. Molly Rose Smith gets down and makes the save with the New Jersey Angels logo in front of her jersey, and then uses the catching glove to cover it up so it doesn't hit the ice and yield a rebound. Whistle stops play, 9:33 left, period one. No score. Between the points, wrist shot redirected. Jensen offered it up and redirected wide, well wide. Black Bear selects, will send it now down low. Ulrich picks it up, was looking to go to the point, goes to the point on the far side. Wrist shot, blocked away, comes between the points on the top. Claus put pressure on Jensen. Jensen had to dump it back down, but they maintained the offensive possession. Shot comes in, Rose Smith saved with the paddle of the stick and covers up in front. 9 minutes even left, period number one. Although on the clock it says period zero. Be not fooled. It is not period zero. It is period one. I didn't even know there was such a thing as period zero, but apparently there might be in some way, shape, or form, in some universe. Black Bear shot comes through. Rose Smith might have gotten a piece of it. Schefter had it at the right point. Knocked out. Arnone chips it forward. Schefter gets back. Arnone battling for it. Angels were in a change, so it's not going to be an icing, but they really were none in position to touch it. So if there was an icing called there, it would have been a legitimate call. Getting through, Albrecht is in the middle, but finds two blue jerseys there and nowhere to go. Comes off the boards on the near side, and they will pound it forward, but it's picked off in the top of the slot and fired by Russell, but it didn't get all the way through. Russell recovers on the far side with under 8 minutes left in the first period. Still 0-0. Rizzo just picks it right off her stick on the far wall, chips it forward, trying to spring Abby's on. Couldn't quite make the connection. Moving it forward. Centering feed picked off by Charlotte Zahn. Gets in, takes a shot, kicked away. Another shot kicked away, but didn't have a lot on it. 7:30 now, as I say it. Left in period one. That means we're halfway through. I think we're playing 15-minute periods. I probably should have looked right at the beginning, but we had a little bit of a hasty start here. I mean, actually, you know what? We didn't really have a hasty start because the ref had to go find pins for the net. So, not so much of a hasty start. Home run pass for Rizzo. She's going to have to make one extra turn and got just a little bit off stride there, so Lily Flynn was able to recover and pick it up. Citro just on, was trying to pick that one off. Rizzo's going to head to the bench, but play that one in before she completes the change for Presley Arnone, who jumps on at the far side. Puck kept in, Citro putting the pressure on, and here's Bright trying to get through. Kinzel was giving her a little stick. Centering feed, and no connection there by the stick of Seek, and then Black Bear selects put it on net, and Rose Smith makes the save, covers up, yields no rebound, and the whistle stops play with 6:36 remaining in period number one. If you're watching the Rangers-Carolina playoff game, you could just watch that one as it's loose in front and keep us on another device. Maybe turn down the volume on that one and listen here to Rizzo Vision for this one. You'll know what's happening in an NHL game. You don't need the announcers there. You need the announcer here. That's where you need it. Well, you don't really need it, but you know, it makes it more fun for me if I feel like people are listening. And if you are, send us a comment. We'd like to know what you're doing on this Sunday early evening. Hand pass to herself by Nicolescu-Meisel. That is legal. If she is the next player to touch it after the puck is hit by her glove, or if it is somebody from the opposing team as the next one to touch it, that is a legal play. If it is your teammate that touches it, and you've touched the puck with your glove or your hand inside of your defensive zone, it's okay, but outside of your defensive zone, it is not. You have to either be the next one to touch it on your own team, or the other team has to be the next to touch it. That's the hand pass rule. The infraction is just a stoppage of play and a face-off that might yield some possession from your team in terms of the place on the ice where they make the face-off. That's your rules primer for Sunday late afternoon heading into the early evening. And now 5:05 left, period number 1. Okay, so I did guess right. It's Ramadan as the goalie. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. And she will watch that one go for no icing. Okay, I'm surprised that there's no icing, but thank you for the comment. We very much appreciate all sides, because the sorority of girls hockey players is an exclusive one. They're playing the hardest sport. It's like a stick and ball sport, but the ball is a puck and you have knives on both of your feet. I don't see lacrosse players walking around with knives on their feet, although that's a brilliant sport as well. Kinzel with a nifty move to work the puck out of the zone, and then tries to make a neat pass, but Black Bear selects traffic up the neutral zone nicely. Wrist shot comes from the left side by Eswine. Didn't get through as it hit a skate in the middle. Claus with the long stick was able to redirect that pass out of the zone. Keeps the pressure on, and Arnone got a piece of it, but Schefter is going to try to take it all the way to the house. Shot, and a big save with the right pad by Rose Smith with 3:40 left now in period number 1 to keep it 0-0. Kinzel looking for some space. She's going to sleep well tonight. Just 3 defensemen for the Angels. 2 defense pairs for Black Bear Selects, it looks like. I think they're, or are they playing with 5 defensemen? I'm looking over at the bench now. I think it's just 2 defense pairs. And 5 spare forwards. So they have enough for, probably what they're doing is 1 center using 3 wing pairs. So the centers will play every other shift. The wing pairs will play every 3rd shift. It's kind of like having 3 lines, but just using 2 centers to do it. For the Angels, it's 1 extra defenseman, so they'll shift 1 at a time. And forward lines are just 2. Rizzo had to hold the line there with the back skate as Charlottezon ended up dumping in the puck. Abby's on and Rizzo trying to work the trap. They do. Charlotte takes the shot off the one-timer, feed from her sister Abby, and a nice save by Ramadan. Rizzo knocks that one away at the point. He'll try to field it over there, but there's 2 versus 2. Black Bear Selects will pick it up and keep it in. Abby's on, got a piece of the shooter Gallagher over there, but still with possession, they don't yield it. They go to the point. Here comes a shot. Albrecht got it knocked down by Abizon. This one will get to the point and just elude the grasp of Lily Flynn. Getting it through neutral ice. Gallagher was looking forward. That one came through neutral ice. The Angels will shift outside of your purview. Oh, Claus nearly had that one picked off. She had 3 to get by, but she had all of the momentum if she could have gotten through. As we remain scoreless in period 1, which now contains 100 more seconds. Off the near side wall. Black Bear Selects, bring it back. Play catch between the defense pair. Knocked away by Citro in the middle at the top of the point. Black Bear moving it Near to far to near to far. Picked up, dumped in, offside. Whistle stops play, 1:18 left, period 1, no score. Is it no score or is the score 0-0? That's the question. Comments if you have an opinion. They differ often. Icing the call there, 1:11 remaining period number 1, even though it says period 0 on the scoreboard, if you can read it. Probably a little easier to read the scoreboard to your YouTube right when we pan that way. Comes to the point, walking in to pick it up was Gallagher. He'll try to skate it through the left circle and does, still with it. Centering feed, wrist shot, goes over the net by Flynn, pinching in from the point. Under a minute now, period number 1. Tulloch picks it up in the middle, lost it there, but got a little help from her friend, and eventually it is steered out of the zone. Black Bear selects, working it back. Ulrich pounded there by Claus. Tulloch will pound it in. As we tick down, you can see this clock a little bit closer. Maybe you can make out period 0. 5:56 Eastern time, so we're technically still in the afternoon, but about to tick into evening. Rizzo will try to chase this one down. No icing there. And Claus tries to work the trap. It's turned over and neutralized for a moment. Ulrich gets it behind the center line. They say no icing, and that's going to speed the game up, but not help the Angels. They're going to run out of time here as the clock expires. Kind of helped not the Angels there, because they would have had an offensive zone draw with about 4 seconds remaining in the period, and that could have meant that Coach B.J. Arnone would have had Molly Rose Smith head to the bench and try to go 6-on-5, even in a 0-0 game, because, hey, why not? Now, we could switch sides over here and give you a better view, but maybe for this one, we'll just kind of hang out in this spot. This spot seems to be pretty good. And the stream seems to be working well. So, number 20 in blue, her mom has checked in on the comments and says the score is tied 0-0. And I'm not going to do all kinds of gymnastics to prove Tracy Claus wrong, pun intended. So the score after 1-0-0, I don't think we have the shots on goal. I don't know if anybody's calculating that, but I would venture strongly to say that it was in favor of the Black Bear selects. They had the better of the possession. They probably had more shots and a little higher quality of chances. So Angels maybe not the better in those categories in the first period, but it is 0-0 after 1. And that's the only thing that matters. Codey Arena, an interesting venue. There's good connectivity cell-wise, so the stream should be fine, but there's not really such a great perch to bring you the action. The good thing is the glass is seamless, so if we go down this low, you could usually see it. You'll get a good look at Molly Rose Smith for this period. She's to your right, and Dana Ramadan on the left. I'm hoping I got her right, because I know her family is watching, and they have checked in. And she's been brilliant, by the way. Very good rebound control to start with on the shots that she's had. A couple of strong shots, but Rose Smith, who makes her first save of the second period, has been under a little bit more pressure. Kept in between the points by Schefter. maintain possession. Centering attempt picked off by Charlotte Zahn, sent to the point, and it escapes the reach. Bronwyn-Schefter now will head back into her own zone. Pressured by Louisa Rizzo, leaves it behind, and Abby Zahn now with the pressure down low, trying to force the steal with Rizzo, couldn't quite connect it. Let's see if Kinzel can keep it in at the point. She does, and sends it back down low. Schefter chips it off the boards on the far side, picked up there by Eswine, but picked off and neutralized by Charlotte Zahn. He's looking to spring Rizzo behind the D, but it didn't work out. Albrecht comes in, was trying to leave it for Russell to step into, but the defense was there for the Angels in blue. Schefter cheats in from the point on the right side, but the puck never finds her. Abby Zahn has it. Rizzo was trying to escape the zone there. Charlotte Zahn is going to chip it up. Rizzo's going to pick it up. She's one-on-one, but she's sort of out of stride and has to dump it in and change. Ramadan sticks it aside. Angels change for as much as they can. They can change about 4 because they only have 1 extra defenseman. And they're a little late on the last bit of the change as Claus jumped over the boards. And an old school frozen puck, which means it was from a tie-up of players. It does not happen very often. In the 70s and before in the NHL, players could just sort of stand against the boards and close up their skates, and the referees would blow the whistle. And that was a frozen puck, similar to the one that has occurred now as Dana Ramadan gloves that one and holds on. That's a frozen puck. And typically in 2024, when we're talking about frozen pucks, 99.86% of the time, it's a goalie that's doing it. It's probably about that. Nicolescu-Mizel tried to jump in from the point. Tulloch retreats back, so does Claus, to keep the numbers even, but it's still 3-on-2. Wrist shot over the crossbar by Bright. Black Bear keeps it in, trying to walk out of the corner, getting in front. Backhand attempt. Rose Smith had the save on Gallagher. I couldn't tell if Gallagher was trying to pass it, but if she was, Rose Smith either interrupted the pass in a way that she made a save. It was a nifty play. A similar play happened actually in the Ranger game earlier, in the first period, when Nika Zibanejad was in front of the net all alone, and he kind of dished it back. This was not quite the same, but in the same position was Abby Gallagher. And she tried to, it looked like she passed it, but it was more of a shot. Shot through traffic, got through, but not on net. Shot goes off the crossbar and bounds out to the near side wall. Black Bear selects, putting a lot of pressure on right now. Lee sends it toward the middle. Was looking for the stick of Albrecht, but didn't connect. Comes to the point, they try to play catch. Claus was trying to pick off the D-to-D pass, and the shot comes through traffic and is gloved by Molly Rose Smith as Addison Albrecht was judicious in not quickly making the pass from point to point, because she would have just hit Claus and Claus would have hit the Jets and walked in alone on her goalie. It did force a shot that was relatively mundane in terms of the quality that Molly Rose Smith is used to facing, and an easy glove save forces the whistle. They try to get it out of the zone, but sloppy play by the Angels on no connections there. There's a shot. Rose Smith had it go off the right pad and ricochet to her left and behind the end line. Oh, she pokes that one away. That was a huge scoring chance. Eswine was right in front, and before Aaron Eswine could get the stick on it, Molly Rose Smith poked it away. Prince, there's a trip right there, or an interference. They don't call it. Abby Zahn was just hauled down. Refs are just going to want to make a good Sunday buck here. They don't want 100 penalties. They just want to get this one over with probably as fast as they can, so they can get back and watch the conclusion of Rangers Carolina, or maybe eat dinner or something. Rizzo tried to pick that one off at the point. couldn't quite connect. Charlottezon comes all the way down to pick it up, bank it off the boards. Schefter got her shot blocked by Rizzo. Rizzo picks it up. Oh, she was looking to spring Charlottezon, but Albrecht picked it off. Albrecht comes down the middle, bears down, backhand shot blocked by Tulloch. Kinzel sweeps it away over to Charlottezon. Charlotte is going to skate it to center ice, tries to connect with Rizzo, does. Not neatly, but effective. Gets to the net. Ramadan kicks it away. Picked up by Schefter for Black Bear behind her own end line, but picked off at neutral ice by Arnone up for Citro. Citro was trying to center it, maybe hoping that Claus would be there, but Claus was back in a defensive posture. Kinzel forced to retreat on that one. Now Bright with it for the team in black. It's in front, backhand shot, sticked aside by Rose Smith and moved out through neutral ice. They are going to call the icing on this one unless the puck dies, but it doesn't. Claus was hustling all the way down. She wasn't going to be able to beat that one over the line, but did give it her best shot. And if that puck had hit a little snow, might have grabbed the scoring chance. 9:23 left period 2, and on the board now, we went from period 0 to period 2. But it is period 2. 0-0 to score. Wrist shot goes wide, but Rose Smith sticked it aside anyway. Lee plays it below the end line, looking for Ulrich, but it was poked away by the Angels. They get it to the point, can't get it out. Arnone's willful defense was able to get that one out, and Princeton sends it in offside. They're going to face that one off in the neutral zone. It was right in front of the Black Bear Selects bench. We call them Princeton. We can call them the PTL for Princeton Tiger Lillies, or Black Bear Selects. They have Black Bear Selects on their jerseys. Knocked down by Kinzel. Looking up for Claus. Claus got a piece, but not quite the piece that Flynn got for the opposing team. Flynn plays catch down low, but that allows the Angels to try to keep the puck in and see if they can force a turnover. They can't, but they do prevent a pretty clean breakout and force the Black Bear Selects to earn every inch of ice for that possession in the offensive zone, which they've now established. Shot was blocked. It trickles just wide. Lee picks it up below the end line. Rose Smith knocked it away, so there wouldn't be a clean shot. One-timer, redirected and knocked away by Kinzel. Oh boy, how did she see it? Sophia Kinzel was behind her netminder, knocked it down, a bouncing puck with the stick, and kept it 0-0. Less than 8 minutes remaining in the second period. This one sent down, and it will be an icing. 7:51 now the time. Sophia Kinzel standing on the end line. A bouncing puck on a redirection was coming through, and she just swatted it right down and sent it out. Off the draw. Between the points, down low for Russell. Russell sends it to the point for Schefter. One times it, shot, spinning, offering goes wide by Erin Eswine. Comes to the point, but they can't keep it in. Rizzo's going to put the pressure on. Rizzo takes it away again, and she's not going to be able to handle it until she gets all the way into the zone. Walks out, sends it to the middle for Abizon. One-timer, kicked away by Ramadan, and kept out. Tulloch at the point. Down low for Rizzo, a little too strong. Abizon's going to try to dig one out of the corner on the far side, but it's picked up by Jensen, who sends it forward. This one is not going to be an icing because the puck's not going to have enough juice. Tulloch is able to defend and battles into the corner. Princeton trying to get it to the point. Schefter got it, sent it wide. Rose Smith calmly lets it go. Looks like Stevens actually is in net. Thank you. They did switch. They did it while I was looking the other way. Shot comes in, and Rose Smith sticks it wide. One guy talking and learning names and operating the camera, and sometimes he misses stuff. Rose Smith got the glove on it. It looked like it was going to exceed the height of the crossbar anyway, but Molly makes sure. Didn't handle it cleanly, but kept it out. Slapper redirected by Tulloch on the way in. Gallagher had that one teed up and had the juice on it. Abizon's going to try to break out with Luisa Rizzo. Rizzo sets a pick on the blue line there and could not maintain her onside position, so the whistle stops play with 6:04 left in period 2. No score. D pass, doesn't get through the middle. Black Bear picks it up and sends it in. Tulloch spins away from one, tries to go up the boards, but there's all black jerseys there except for one. And the one that was not a black jersey belonged to number 4, Caroline Citro, and she got the puck out of the zone. Princeton will try to bring it in, gaining the line offensively was Donnelly. Couldn't keep it in. Now it is kept in and spinning and walking right in. And the one-timer by Ulrich never materialized off the feed from Gallagher. You got to see Abby Gallagher, 81. She has it again. You got to see her handiwork from close range there. Smacked down low. It will come out the other side. Lee will get to it first. But Kinzel will get to it next. Tried to force it up the far side for Arnone. Picked off in the middle. This is going to be a loose puck battle. Whoever wins it is going to end up well. And Rose Smith slides out with the right pad to kick that one away before more trouble could brew. Brought up and out by Arnone. She'll gain the line of center and chip it for Claus, who tried to get it in. Got it into the zone, but couldn't keep it there. Claus picks it off. Doesn't have numbers, so she'll try to dump it in. Looks like Rizzo just jumped on as they start to complete. Rizzo just completely got away with a trip below the end line unless they call it, and they do. So Rizzo's going to go to the box for the trip with 4:27 left in period number 2 and no score. The first penalty of the game goes against the Angels. It should be a minute and a half, actually, on the penalty, because of the 15-minute periods. Let's see if that is the case. It should be. When there's 15-minute periods, if you're playing USA Hockey rules, it's a minute and a half for minors, 4 minutes for majors, and 8 minutes for misconduct. So when you typically see something called a 2 and 10, it's a 1.5 and 8. 2:57, the refs are saying, as the scorekeeper jumping in to do the work. Sometimes these scoreboards can be tricky in hockey. You got to really know what you're doing to put a penalty up there. Here's a power play shot and a goal. Went off the glove of Rose Smith. I'm trying to get the number, and it looks like it is Lily Flynn. So Flynn from the right point. The first power play of the game just was very short-lived, and Black Bear Selects take a 1-0 lead with 4:11 remaining in the second period. Cross-ice pass coming through. Kinzel holds her spot and sends the puck out. It's not going to be an icing. She toggled it perfectly. Princeton trying to break out. Kinzel prevents the clean break in. Charlotte Zahn retreats to her own end with it, looking for a little room and some space. Finds Abizon up to Luisa Rizzo. Couldn't complete the pass. It was a little behind her. Schefter grabbed it and neutralized and sent it in. Kinzel will pick it up. Turn, send it to the far side for Nicolescu-Measle. Got it to the point and got it out far enough. Schefter over to Jensen, forward now into the offensive zone and sent down low. Oh, they worked the tic-tac-toe, but the final piece did not connect, and it still a 1-goal game. Bearing down now, shot and a goal. Callie Seek got free on the inside of the right circle and picked out a corner on the stick side and makes it 2-0 with 3:09 left in period 2. So 2 goals in 62 seconds have turned a scoreless game into a 2-0 lead for the Black Bear Selects, aka the Princeton Tiger Lillies. Now bearing in, Albrecht sends it across, backhander, and they score again. So it's come apart here for the Angels in a short span as Bright puts one in. She got behind the D and backhanded one in. This is kind of what happened to the Angels in their first game against the Detroit Bulldogs split season team who won the tournament. That was an 8-4 game. And here comes Princeton breaking in 3-on-1, but a little sloppily, and that allows the Angels to get back defensively. So 2:52 the time of the last goal by Bright, and that means they scored 3 in 69 seconds by my count. That one goes off the outside of the net, picked up by the Angels. They'll try to see if they can muster up a little rally here. That one goes off the stick of Claus. Bright tried to jump through a stick. Was close to being a trip there. And only one penalty in the game so far. It was a trip, and it was against the Angels, and that started the scoring spree with the power play. Claus gets it at center ice, sends it in. Stevens lets it go. Loose puck, but no Angel was there to recover it. Ulrich sends it in. Looked like it was close to being offside, but they let it go. Tulloch retreats below her own end, but gets it picked off by Seek. Picked up by Tulloch again. She'll skate it out. Had Rizzo up the middle, but will skate it to the line of center. Ulrich bumps her off, and they call an offside. It looked like the puck never actually entered the zone. 1:36 left, period number 2. Oh, and they call a hook on Grace Ulrich. So the 2 former Rockets teammates, Rizzo and Ulrich, now on opposing teams, are the 2 penalized so far. First power play of the game for the Angels. 1:30 is up on the board now for the power play. Comes in front. Rizzo tried to shuffle that one forward. It eluded her grasp, and Princeton will try to get it out, but Kinzel keeps it in. Rizzo shifts over to the point as Kinzel was rushing down low. Now Rizzo will try to go to the back door, but Princeton steals away the puck, and they're going to break in 2-on-1. Tulloch back to defend. They go back and forth, and they can't complete the 2-on-1 pass. That allows Charlotte Zahn to pick it up. It comes to the point, taken out and in, and that will be an offside. And questioning herself was Abby Gallagher. She had an inaudible discussion with herself about that. That's the beauty of being able to be so close. You could see all that. Hockey is a fast game, and it is a difficult game. Chipped forward for Rizzo. She's 1-on-2. Can't handle it cleanly to get it in. 50 seconds left in the period, all but 6 of those seconds. Here comes Abby Zahn, gets in, gets down low, hits the post, and it ricochets to the opposite side. Rizzo picked it out of the corner, tried to send it to the point, but it goes off the referee's skate. And Princeton will send it in. Kinzel under no pressure now as the defender peels off, sends it for Charlotte Zahn, but they can't complete the pass. Referee is telling Ulrich to come out, but she's still got 14 seconds left in the penalty. They timed it right. I'm not sure what he's waving her out for, but 10 seconds left now in the period. Ulrich, you'll see, will exit the box. 5 seconds in the period. Angels trying to get one more shot. Kinzel runs out of time. She didn't realize the buzzer was going off, so nothing unseemly there for her taking that shot, which appeared after the buzzer, but she had the stick cocked already and was in the process of shooting it before the buzzer went off. 3-0 Black Bear Select after 2. Power play has expired, and 3 goals in what I counted as 69 seconds turned this game around. The Angels, in a game against the Detroit Bulldogs split season team, as we started to talk about before at the Great Lakes Classic, were able to put 4 on the board, but they had a sequence where the Bulldogs were able to just get behind the defense kind of a few times in a row, and a good team that can get in and give you scorer after scorer, which the Black Bear Selects can do, is going to be able to take advantage. So that could be one of those areas where if this was a team that was playing together longer or full-time, they'd probably be able to practice sequences like that. But together now for just the 5th game, sometimes those sequences happen. And in that game, they were able to stem the tide and fought back to get within a couple of goals, but maybe there were some empty netters involved in that one too to make that final score. They'll have to find a way to put 3 in if they want to walk out of here with anything but a loss and keep them all out at the same time, and we'll bring you the action nice and up close on Cinco De Mayo. So hopefully, if you are one to celebrate these cool holidays, then you are enjoying your Cinco de Mayo. If you are a Ranger fan, I think that you're enjoying the game, although I haven't checked the score since it was 3-1 Rangers. If you are a Carolina Hurricanes fan, likely you're not enjoying it, but that score could have changed. And if you're a Devils fan, like somebody I know, you're more interested in this game for sure. Molly Rose Smith now defends to the goal to your YouTube left. Kelly Stevens protects the cage to your YouTube right. Underway, period 3. Angels looking to erase a 3-0 deficit. 69 seconds of an explosion, so we'll see if they can return the favor. Power plays 1 apiece. Black Bear Select 1 for 1. Angels 0 for 1. Picked off Citro, 1 on 4. Takes a shot, goes just out of the grasp of Stevens. Arnone pounds it around the boards on the end line. It goes around. Claus is going to try to dig that one out. Gets to it first. Let's see if they can get possession out of it. Kinzel pinches down from the point. Arnone goes to the point to protect her defenseman pinching in. Now they switch back. Arnone at the forecheck. Claus retreats with Arnone and Citro, so the back check is there. And eventually it works out as Princeton tries to rush in, but can't establish position. Lee sends it over to Schefter, who lost it, fanned on it, and just patiently makes a play from her knees. Rizzo bore down on her, but not quite quickly enough. Bright gets in, hits the brakes. Rose Smith 1 save and covers up the loose puck as it just sat there in front. Nicolescu Mizel was sliding down and somehow got enough of the ice so as not to slide into her netminder and knock the puck into the net. 3-0 Angels trail. 13:30 now left in period 3. A fast-moving contest on an early Sunday evening in May. What would you be rather doing than watching hockey. Playing it, probably, if you were able. I'm a little jealous. Picked off by Rizzo. She has Rizzo with her, takes a shot, goes wide of Stevens and hits off the end boards. Gallagher picks it up, looking for some room. Under the forecheck of Abizon. Now Rizzo's over there, but forces the pass. Albrecht has it. Abizon gets all the way over there. Gets to the middle. Ulrich has it. Shoots. Rose Smith the save. Rebound shot. Rose Smith knocked it away. Albrecht banked it off the end boards. Lee sends it to the point. Picked off by Charlotte Zahn. Has Rizzo with her. 1-on-2 now is Rizzo. Gets in the middle, takes a shot. Stevens easily sticks it away. Rizzo's 1-on-4. Her role right at the moment is just to stay in long enough to forecheck and allow her team to change, which she does. As she jumps off, Presley Arnone jumps on, and that completes the full forward line change as we tick down to about the 12-minute mark of time remaining in the third period. Here comes Emma Nicolescu-Mizel trying to turn the corner. Fires one. It goes over the height of the crossbar. And Black Bear selects, able to shepherd it out of the zone. Citro picks it up, plays it back to Tulloch, over for Arnone. There's Presley, dumping it in off the end boards and then chasing. Claus was trying to come up the other side, but hitting the brakes and reversing field. It was Jensen. They get it all the way in. Rose Smith had to knock that one away with the blocker. I don't think it was going in, but she wanted to redirect the puck to cause consternation for the other team at least. As we tick down to 11:15, here comes the centering feed. Couldn't quite connect on the stick of Seek. They keep it in at the point, but now forced out. Angels are doing some good things here. They just are going to need a break or two. Schefter gets a shot, controlled with the blocker by Rose Smith, comes toward the point on the near side and kept in by Princeton. Now it's out. Claus is the only one down there. Claus is going to bring this into the center, but Bright gets all the way back, knocks it away. Two players go down, and that's just a good play by Bright. She cut the angle off. She didn't even really hit the player. She just got in the way. That's a forward coming all the way back to break up that play. They were caught in a change, and Claus just needed about a stride sooner to have been there, but made a good play anyway. Here's Luisa Rizzo. She's going to gain the line offensively, lose it, gain it, tried to shovel it forward maybe to the end line and just didn't get quite enough on it. They're going to try to battle for it. Rizzo and Charlotte's on. Rizzo's going to pick that one up. Albrecht comes in to break it up. Rizzo takes it back away. Tries to center it, 1-on-2, and eventually Flynn picks it up. Flynn moves it out just through the skates of Bright, and it goes to Kinzel. Kinzel sends it cross ice for Rizzo or Charlottezon, who puts on the pressure. Abizon nearly had that one taken away. Kinzel came up to break up the rush. Charlottezon might have gotten away with a little bit of a hook on Albrecht there, but no too much harm, no too much foul, no whistle. Backdoor attempt for Lee, just a little too far, and the Angels try to recover in their own end. 9:18, 17, 16, and 15 left now. Period 3. Black Bear selects / Princeton Tiger Lillies lead at 3-0. All three in a 69-second period, 69-second span of period 2. As we hit the 9-minute mark of time remaining. Gallagher brings it into the zone, sends it for Ulrich, chipped forward, trying to get it out of the reach of Claus. Claus got a piece. Gallagher tees it up, but the shot was blocked right up top by Arnone. Lee's going to pick it up below the end line, sends it around for Ulrich to chase it, and she sends it to the point. Trying to walk it through, but not able to get it through was Flynn. Comes to the near side wall. between the points, teeing up a shot, kicked away. That was Seek with the heat-seeking missile, but Rose Smith saw it and kicked it away. 8:13 left, period 3, and the Angels muster up a little offense here to change the way this one's going. We'll see. Emma Nicolescu-Measle picks it up. The wings came down low, so Emma's going to have to be a one-woman show to get this one out, and sometimes that's good enough. Her shot blocked away by Gallagher, picked up below the end line by Flynn. Kept in at the point by Charlotte Zahn. Arnone tries to put the pressure on. Charlotte Zahn's going to pick it up, one to beat, takes a shot, but it goes off of a shin pad. Charlotte Zahn looking for Nicolescu-Measle, trying to tee it up, gets the shot in, doesn't get it through all of the traffic. Will tee this one up and just misfires it, but it's still bouncing. Was hoping maybe Charlotte Zahn was going to be able to pick it up in front. Rizzo got a piece of that pass, but it goes off the boards, and the streaking Russell was able to recover it. Claus up for Rizzo, a little too strong. Brought in by Schefter, skating all the way in. Shot goes off the blocker of Rose Smith, and now to the near side wall as we hit the 7-minute mark. Claus puts the pressure on. Didn't get a piece of the puck, but forced back Jensen, who has taken it and brought it all the way back in. Gets to the dot, shoots it wide. Somebody might have gotten a stick on the stick, adjusted at least where the shot went. Brought out now. Abizon is going to come in. Let's see if she can get behind the D. She has Schefter to beat. Tees it up and just shot it over the net. Stevens was there in good position, but didn't get tested. Tulloch had to retreat as Albrecht was able to pick it off, but Nicolescu-Measle recovers it. Albrecht picks it up off the boards, streaks in for Donnelly, who was coming right off the bench. There's a shot through traffic by Jensen, and Rose Smith followed it, tracked it, and got the pad on it. Now Charlotte's on. Gonna hope that puck would trickle a little bit further. It didn't quite go where she hoped, but down 3-0 with now 5:55 remaining. You got to start taking some chances, so we'll see. Nicolescu-Measle off the end boards in her own end. Abby Zahn looking to move it out. It gets through the middle. Backdoor, nice play by Nicolescu-Measle. She got the stick on Donnelly. Sent through the middle for Rizzo. She couldn't quite grab it. Rizzo puts the pressure on. Princeton breaks in. Goes to the point, exchange back there, and it goes down low. Lee was going to try to chase that down, but Kinzel reversed it. Comes toward the point on the near side. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. It comes out, but 3 black jerseys are all in retreat. With a 3-0 lead and 5 minutes remaining, that's probably where they ought to be. We talk about this on Rizzo Vision fairly often, but when we have a 3-goal gap, you sort of play your regular game until there's about 5 minutes left. These are not hard and fast rules. These are coach to coach, game to game, situation to situation. But typically, you're not really adjusting the game plan down 3 until there's about 5 minutes left. And then there's a shot by Arnone, kicked away by Stevens. Backhander by Claus, and Stevens makes that save. So they get a couple of shots in the sequence right at the end of their shift. So good hustling by that crew out there. And let's see if there is going to be a timeout called, or they're just taking advantage of being the designated home team and having the second, meaning the last change. So with a 3-goal deficit, it's usually about 5 minutes. With a 2-goal deficit, it's usually about 2.5 minutes. With a 1-goal deficit, it's usually about 1.5 minutes remaining in the game. That you're starting to consider things like changing your lines or putting a goalie on the bench in favor of an extra attacker. 4:23 remaining, but J. Arnone is not doing any of the such just yet. Doesn't really have too many options with just 1 extra defenseman and 1 extra forward line. they could change up the mix, or definitely pulling the goaltender. And pulling the goaltender worked in the short history of the New Jersey Angels. It did work. Tulloch, in a game against the Indiana Elite, as we tick down to 4 minutes remaining, took a feed from Rizzo, who you see right there, with the goalie out, and with 2.5 seconds remaining in that game, they forged a 1-1 tie with Indiana. So it has worked, but we'll see if they get a chance to do it. Right now, Black Bear Selects are not giving them much of an opportunity. And for sure, using that extra little bit of depth advantage that they have to try to nail this one down. Kinzel shifted it toward the point. Right with it. Skates it all the way in. Down low, looking for a centering feed. Got it there. Nice save on the glove side by the prone Rose Smith, as Maggie Donnelly was down low. Bright skated it all the way in. Tried a combo wraparound / centering feed. And it came out the other side. Donnelly got a nice piece of it, but Rose Smith kept the posture, blocked it, and then covered it. That one was a headhunter, and it hunts a giraffe as it goes over the crossbar. That one goes literally off the crossbar. So under 3 minutes remain. 3-0 in favor of the Black Bear Selects. Shot comes in, was looking for the backside Albrecht. Doesn't connect. Angels are defending here, but Black Bear wouldn't mind just keeping possession and running out the clock. If they get an offensive zone draw, perhaps, the Angels might try to go 6-on-5, or they might just play it out and chalk it up to hockey. Cross-ice feed for Claus. A little too strong as we are down to 2:08 remaining. Dumped in. Tulloch battling Bright for it. Now we are below 2 minutes left, and barring a volcanic eruption combined with a nuclear meltdown, this one's going to go the way of the team in black. But hey, all the goals were scored in a 69-second span by the team in black, so maybe the team in blue can duplicate it. But even with that, they're running out of time. Charlottesville gets it in neutral ice. Rizzo tries to stay onside and does, but it's poked away. Here comes Lee, skating with Ulrich. Ulrich gets it through the middle, gets a shot on, but Rose Smith sticks it aside. Princeton trying to establish possession down low as they have players just skating with alacrity, enjoying a Sunday afternoon into evening game here. Lost there. Rizzo had it, got hooked. They're probably not going to call anything. Rizzo lost the edge there, and is certainly going to be pounding the ice on that one because that was a golden opportunity. And she doesn't miss those often, but that's one of those cases. Wrist shot, that one goes above the crossbar, so still with 40 seconds left in this game, Rose Smith knocks that one up in the air with the heel of the glove, gets the rebound pushed aside. Albrecht tries to go with it to the point. Schefter fires it, redirected, was actually knocked down. With whatever juice she has left, Rizzo was still trying to go after it. Probably should have peeled off for a change, but they needed at least one forechecker, so she gives whatever else she's got. Forces a turnover. Citro marches in. Shot. Stevens with a save. Her best of the game since coming in midway. Caroline Citro was trying to spoil the clean sheet for the team. Split between Ramadan and Stevens. Centering feed. Backhander goes wide, and time expires. So a hard-fought game. All the goals in a very short period of time. Otherwise, they played it pretty even. They might have one more of these down the line, and if they do, we'll try to bring it to you, and if not, and this is the end of the Angels, then we've appreciated all of you who have tuned in, either live or on demand. And if you'd like to subscribe, there's a whole archive, and your favorite player has probably played on Rizzo Vision at some point. I called a lot of familiar names for the Black Bear Selects / Tiger Lillies. I think most or all of them have appeared somewhere down the line. So hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and if we upload any new content, or even you want to go back through and look at the archives, here's a little fun way to do it. If you could figure out about the date of the game, the title of each game is done by first year, the year that it was played. So for instance, 2024. Then this game was played in May, so 2024-05-05 for May 5th. And then it's the team for which I'm typically broadcasting, so that would be in the past, before the Angels, the New Jersey Bandits, or the New Jersey Rockets, or Orange County West would be that team, and then the other team, so maybe the Princeton Tiger Lillies or the New Jersey Colonials. So if you could figure it out, if you're one of those players and you stayed on this long, or you just want to go back in the archives, that's a key, neat way to be able to do it. We kind of named each game that way for that purpose, so you can go back even a few years and see how you did when you were on Rizzo Vision. But that is going to do it from Codey Arena. Final score: Black Bear Selects 3, New Jersey Angels 0. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Angels girls hockey on Rizzo Vision.